Go live with the College of Education. Today I am here with Dr. Michelle Miller, and we are going to learn about the distance master's degree in educational leadership. And we have a special guest joining us, Dr. Royce Ann Collins and Dr. Donna Augustine Shaw are both here with us to help us learn more about this degree program. So I'm going to turn it over to Michelle, and I'd love for you to tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I'm Michelle Miller. I'm the executive director of the Kansas Educational Leadership Institute, and also I teach inside the Educational Leadership Master's Program. So I'm excited to be here to talk about this unique opportunity.
I'm so excited that you guys are here and we're doing this fun, innovative method today, too. So I'm going to turn it to Dr. Collins and let you share with the viewers about yourself.
Sure. Hi, I'm Dr. Royce-Ann Collins. I'm the interim department chair for educational leadership. And I am very pleased that you are here to join us to learn about this distance program. It is really a dynamic program that I think you'll be very interested in. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And now we will go to Dr. Donna Augustine Shaw. Tell us about yourself.
Yes, welcome. I'm Donna Augustine Shaw, and I'm an associate professor in the Department of Educational Leadership. And I have the wonderful opportunity to work in our master's degree program, both with partnership academies, and I've taught in the distance master's program that we're going to visit with you about this evening and try to answer questions that you might have. So thank you again for joining us. We're excited that you're interested in our program.
Well, thank you all for being with us. And so we're going to start, and I'm going to ask Dr. Collins if you would just give us an overview of the program. Tell us what it's all about.
Sure. It's a 36 credit hour graduate degree program that we deliver using asynchronous and synchronous learning management. So you can connect from whatever location that you're in. You can still get that rich synchronous activity and be able to converse with other people, which we all know is really important to learning. So, what we're going to try to do is help improve your leadership. You can want to be a principal, you can want to grow your skills in that, or you can just grow your skills in being a teacher leader, either one. We're going to help you with leadership skills, even the principalship, HR. You're going to have such a breadth of knowledge that's going to help you improve your practice no matter where you're going. It'll open up doors and opportunities for you. You can do this as a cohort. We form them together. We're going to start a cohort in June of this year. And it takes 2 years to complete this program. So just think you're connecting now, and in 2 years, you'll be finished and have your graduate degree. And you know, the bonus of that when you're a teacher is to get to move up a little bit on the pay scale. So always looking for that particular avenue is really important. So we're going to expose you to all kinds of different topics, and we're going to integrate those together so that you hear what students and people and teachers are doing in other districts, not just yours. And now you can make comparisons to that. We have wonderful faculty who lead the courses, and we also have a designated faculty coordinator that goes right through the entire cohort process with you. So we're going to make sure that you are successful as you move through this degree.
I love that. So tell us a little bit more about the cohort design.
Sure. A cohort is a group of people that travel through what I call travel through a group of courses together. And you take one right after another, you take two each semester. So you're in this group for 2 years with the same group of students. Generally, it's around 15 to 16 students. And so you have a robustness of you get to know each other. You have great conversations. And that is much better, I will tell you, because I did research on this idea and this model, is that a cohort helps you stay sustained in a program much better than if you're just dropping in and taking a course here or a course there.
So they're like a family and hold each other accountable as you work through as well. I love that.
Can I talk a little bit more about the
Absolutely.
specific
Please
content?
tell us about the curriculum.
Sure. So the program was designed and they broke it into 3 specific areas. The first one being that leadership core piece, which all about what it means ethically to be a leader. Talk a little bit about the historical and philosophical analysis of leading in education, and also talk about that school and community relationship partnership. So that's the first part of it. The second part then really gets into the student needs from a leadership standpoint. So how do I lead teachers to lead special populations of students? How might I do a specific research interest in being a school leader? So there's that piece of leading students is the second sort of block. And then the 21 hours of all of the kind of practicality things, right? Human resources as a leader, technology leadership. What does it look like to lead curriculum? What does it look like to lead staff development? And I love what Dr. Collins said about, or I think you mentioned that the piece about a family, right? They learn to support each other. I've noticed this in my year being involved in another cohort model. They do support each other. They talk about how can we discuss this content outside of class. Let's go have coffee on Saturday and discuss the work that we're doing. So, I also like that idea of walking through the journey together.
Yeah.
So excellent program model.
It's definitely different than what we see with a typical online learning program, right? Where you kind of pick and choose, and maybe I've seen you in a class before, and maybe I recognize this name, but it really gives you that community that you're working with all the way.
That's right.
I think that's a great facet.
Yeah.
I love that. So we've heard a little bit about the coursework, and it takes 2 years, correct? 36 hours, I think I heard. So if I'm in the schools, if I'm a teacher or I'm a new principal or I'm trying to do that, how do I manage the program and what I'm doing in the schools?
So Dr. Augustine Shaw has experience
Oh,
with that, so she
great.
could probably fill in some of those pieces.
One of the things that we hold very, very dear to our hearts as faculty, number one, we're all former practitioners, so we understand the challenges of our teachers in the classroom and the times of year that are especially challenging when parent-teacher conferences are held, all those kinds of things. So we have firsthand experience serving in our school systems that helps us, I think, adapt and schedule during those 2 years to make this manageable. The other thing that's really, really important that you touched on is that we give meaningful and applied assignments, work for you to do that you can take back as a teacher leader and begin to apply in your school and in your district. And so again, from those experiences that we've had in serving the field in our schools, we have a very clear idea and knowledge about what you need to be doing and learning and demonstrating in your skills to develop leadership skills, either as a teacher leader or if you plan to move into more formal leadership roles like the principalship. And so I think that students find that again, we will have things for you to do, but it will be applied and it will be meaningful and it will energize you in terms of your involvement in your coursework. For instance, I had the pleasure of teaching in the first cohort, and I taught leadership, school, and community culture. So I had a great opportunity to really set the stage for the cohort in terms of examining what we know about effective leadership, how important school culture is, and how do we shape school culture as teachers and as principals. And then, of course, developing those community relationships with the families and the parents in the communities that we serve. And so, again, as I designed and thought about the application of what I ask students to do, it's always about what can help you develop those skills that you're going to need to move forward as you move into formal leadership, or if you want to strengthen your teacher leadership skills. And you're also going to be able to really engage with faculty and with your peers. And so that's another really great attribute in this program, that we're not just sending you out to do coursework. We're going to be engaged with you in the learning process, both as students, as the cohort works together, but also as instructors.
The two pieces that most of our candidates are afraid of when they enter is educational law and ed finance. So
yeah.
what Donna says about the real life practical experiences in your building and in your cohort, that they'll apply those skills in that area too. So it makes it a little less scary.
Yeah, I love the intentional build with this. So, before we leave, how does someone become part of this?
Well, applications are easy. You know, the graduate school makes it really simple. You can apply online. We have a link that you can go to. If you just click the link that we have in the chat there, then you can see that will take you directly to our webpage, and it walks you through how to apply. We just need you to fill out some forms, add your transcripts, and give us a statement about what are you doing with your teaching. We want to see that you have some teaching experience and you're really committed to this particular field. You can be located anywhere in the United States, so you don't have to be locally here in Kansas. And we can certainly look into what you need to do so in your state to qualify for principals, a licensure, and those types of things. So it's incredibly easy to apply, and it just takes $65 for that application fee to have everything that you need. We look at the applications daily. So if you send one in, we're going to continually look at them and process them as quickly as possible, and get them back to the graduate school so that you can get started on your journey.
Okay, thank you. So they can go to online.kstate.edu and they can find all of the materials they need for application and further information for the Educational Leadership Master's Program.
That leads to a license too. That was the piece that Royce Ann mentioned. If you're not from Kansas, we'll figure out what licensing requirements
Awesome.
might be necessary for those other states as well.
That's fabulous. Well, thank you both so much for joining us via live stream. Michelle, thank you for joining
Absolutely.
us here as well. We'll say goodbye to Dr. Collins and Dr. Augustine Shaw. Thank you. And to those of you who joined us live, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you when we go live again with the College of Education.